Welcome to Billings Pro. This video will give you a quick overview of the Billings Pro Mac interface, how to get started with the preferences, and manage your cloud account. You've already downloaded Billings Pro Mac, you've gone through the initial setup of your cloud account, and you've logged into Billings Pro. Let's take a quick tour of the interface in which you see in front of you. Along the top, you've got a toggle switch for the two different views within Billings Pro, your project view and your account view. You've also got a new timer button, a new project button, the way to add a file, URL, or note reference to a project you've created, and a show and hide button for your timer window. Down the left side, you can see all of your clients, any recurring invoices that you've set up in the system, any slips that require your approval, reports, any internal projects you've created, a listing of all of your slips in the system, and any slips you've created that have not been associated with a project. Below that, you've got your client list, which can be arranged either by name or by client groups. Below your clients, you'll see a summary box that shows important information about the selected client. You've got a quick add button for clients from a number of different sources. You're able to toggle that summary box on or off if your client list gets too long. You can also edit that client very easily with this little gear wheel button you see in the bottom corner. Let's take a look at the projects view and what you can see there. In the projects view, you'll see a listing of all projects for the selected client. You can see important information about that project at a glance. Once you've selected a project, you can take a look in the bottom half of your screen. This is where all of your slips will reside. You've got a new taskbar here that allows you to create a new slip from a blueprint, which is a template of a slip that you use frequently. You can toggle between estimate slips and working slips. And when you're in this toggle, the buttons on the right side change to either start working and sending an estimate to starting a timer and sending an invoice. Let's take a look at the account view. In the account view, you'll be able to see all estimates, retainers, invoices, payments, and statements made on an account. You'll be able to see a list of all of these items on the left side, and when you select one, you'll see the details and a copy of the PDF on the right. At the bottom, you can quickly add a payment, a retainer, resend an invoice, or send a statement. When you've got a client selected, it will also show you the retainer balance and the account balance. Now that we've taken a quick tour of the Billings Pro interface, let's look at the preferences where you will set up Billings Pro for your company. To open Preferences, go to Billings Pro menu and select the Preferences. Within the General tab, you will be able to change how clients are sorted, as well as the time display format in decimal or hour and minute formats. In the Timers tab, you'll be able to show and hide your menu bar timer, as well as the timer window. You'll also be able to manage idle behavior so that your time is tracked accurately even when you forget to turn off your timer or leave your computer. You can use hotkeys to quickly start a new time slip or show or hide the timer's window. This is active even when Billings Pro is minimized or if you're on another window. Your Identity and Rates tab is something that you would have set up in your initial Billings Pro Cloud setup. You can always come back and modify your logo and your details. You can change your increment time that you bill for, as well as your normal rate and your mileage kind, whether it's kilometers or miles. You'll notice there are some helpful tips to guide you along this process as well in order to get you through it properly. In the Currencies tab, you can manage your base currency as well as other currencies you may bill in. Billings Pro can handle multiple currencies, and the rates can be updated daily. These are updated from the internet. The Taxes tab is where you can set up your taxes that you collect and bill for. If you didn't do this during your initial setup, you can go ahead and do it at any time. You can choose from regular taxes, consolidated taxes, even compounding taxes. The Blueprints tab is where you can manage frequently used slips and make them templates for easy entry. Blueprints that are created here are available for use on your Mac or with Billings Pro Touch. Within the Templates section, you can upload your custom-made Billings Pro templates if you decide not to use one of the built-in designs. The Numbering tab is where you can manage your numbering scheme for Billings Pro, as well as your naming conventions for your documents created within Billings Pro. The next tab is your Labels tab. Here you can create client groups, modify the categories that are applicable to your business, and modify the payment types you accept. Categories are used to differentiate slips from one another and can be reported on when needed. The Extra Fields tab lets you change and modify the extra field names for projects and clients. Lastly, there is the Cloud tab. This is where you can see your company ID and your current username. As an administrator, you will be able to click on the link and go to your control panel to manage your cloud account online. Now let's explore the control panel and the online account management. We can click on the link here to access our control panel. We can log in using our username and our password that we've set up. Once you've logged in, you will see your control panel. You can see your information first and foremost. You can change your name, email, and password information easily from here. You will also be able to see your machines that you've synced with, and you can wipe them if they are lost or stolen to maintain your data integrity. You can then modify your company name. Your company ID is unique and was set up when you created your account. Next is your Users tab. You can manage the users in your system from here. Each worker that tracks their time, expenses, and mileage or administers Billings Pro requires registration. Here you can add a user and set their level of access in the system. Each level is defined so you can ensure that you've selected the correct one for each worker. You can also deactivate workers when they are not working with you. This is useful for contractors or for employees who have left your company. Workers that are deactivated can be reactivated at any time. In the Billings tab, you can manage your trial, and you will see your monthly billing information. You can add your credit card here anytime during your trial. Once you have entered your credit card, you will be able to download your monthly invoices here for your own records.